gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Won't you come and watch me with that Fibonacci? I get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. WNXM, wasn't it such a friend when it was so great? Bouncing off that 618 for 19%. Was at 155 and 4 hours later I was alive. Gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Gains in my sleep, get gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep, won't you come with me? Watch that Fibonacci, come and watch me. I get gains in my sleep. I'll come back in 5 minutes, don't worry, we won't go the whole 10 on the countdown. Gains, stack them gains, stack them gains, stack them gains. Satoshis, 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 Satoshis. Stack the gains, stack the gains. Satoshis, Satoshis, Satoshis. Stack the gains, stack the gains, stack the gains. Get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Won't you come and watch me with that Fibonacci? I get gains in my sleep, I get gains in my sleep. Won't you learn the TA? We can do it today. I can teach you this, I can teach you that. I can show you all the facts. I can make them gains while you're in your bedroom taking a nap. You can get a fat stack. I can make those gains and stack those sats. Oh baby, yeah, yeah, yeah. I make gains in my sleep, I make gains in my sleep. Woo! Get out of your seat, everybody. Get ready to dance. You're not at a wedding, but you're out this Sunday night. Bitcoin weekly candle clip. Whoa. Oh, almost there, baby. Almost there. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live stream. Thank you for being here with the CryptoLifer. I love you all. I make gains. in my sleep. I make gains in my walk. I make gains when I talk. I make gains every single time I walk up in that shine. I make gains underneath the sun, underneath the moon. Man, doesn't even matter when I make those gains. Doesn't even matter when I make it rain. Keep it on coming when I'm pushing with the pain. When I'm pushing with the gains and I'm flipping with the range. What you wanna know, Miami, New York? Gotta go when I walk and I talk the talk. Out and out in Boston. Keep it going when I'm out in Austin. Shout out to Gina Bombina. She's the one you wanna see her. When I'm fucking with the freer. What you know you wanna be her. Okay. Clap those hands, get them on going. We make those bands, we keep it flowing. Never gonna stop from here to the top. When we gonna drop, when we never gonna stop. Gotta keep it rocking, cause I'm always freaking talking. I walk my mouth at 1,000 miles an hour. Tryna make a shower with the Bitcoin hour. Gonna drop to 15K while I fly all the way to third day. We never know, but we're gonna say. Higher than a drone above your head. I'm never run alone when I'm set. What you gonna go when I let? Cause you can never clone alone. 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 Can't clone, can't clone, can't clone alone. Can't clone alone. Can't clone alone. What you doing when you clone alone? You could never, 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 never clone alone. 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 Clone alone. Clone alone. Doing damage, baby, doing damage, baby. We're 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 doing damage, baby, doing damage, baby. Come on now, when we doing damage, 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 damage. When we do that damage, keep it moving when I keep you famished. Bringing all those sats make me fat. I'm eating up the Bitcoin, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I said, are you ready for Bitcoin in the weekly candle? Are you ready for weekly candle? Are you ready for Bitcoin in the weekly candle? Are you? Are you?
Are you ready for Bitcoin and funky socks?
Get ready for Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, everybody. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. No, that wasn't me singing. That was my buddy. I would never do something as absurd as that. Ridiculous. I went upstairs. My buddy was sitting here playing with the microphone. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? It's my live stream, dude. It's my life, man. Think it's funny to play games and start rapping like that? Freestyle and saying Gina Bombina? Man, what are you doing, man? Now that's annoying. No one wants someone to do that every woo. Like no one likes that. Like nobody wants that. Like nobody likes that, lifer. Stop. Stop. Just show us the charge and shut up. All right, man. All right. Jesus, I got two people in here. One guy likes it. One guy doesn't like it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for jumping on in. I'm happy because it's the summer. I'm happy because I'm excited because that's just who I am. My go-to is to feel good. That's what I like to do is feel good. So if you feel good and that's your go-to, you're going to go to feeling good. Get it? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Did you put the lemon in the water? I got a big old jug of it. Let's do it. I am parched. I'm parched today with the Boston accent. So parched. My name is Jordan Cameron. I'm so parched here.
Look at you, you troll. You should have bought all the Bitcoin on lies. You bought all the Bitcoin at the top. You bought it all.
I'm sorry, Gina. I apologize. I always have to apologize. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to Vladen, Antonio. Shout out to you. Feeling good makes us feel good, which will turn make others feel good. Man, the whole world will feel good, dude. V-Chain on the 15 making a move, breaking the downtrend for November 2021. Man, people are scared of me, man. I'm coming for them. You know what I'm saying? I had 8,000 subs when Jordan had 60,000 or whatever. Now he only had 10 and I've eaten up like 25 or something. I don't know. It is what it is, you know? People are worried. They're like, how's he doing it? He's eating us alive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and break it down. And it's because we got the vibes, baby. This is the greatest channel on earth. This is the most hyped channel in the history of YouTube. I don't care if it's you're talking about baby kittens or you're talking about Bitcoin. We bring the energy every single day. We're going to break the record for most live streams in the history consecutively We're at 500 and something crazy, but we could put it to the test. We got to have an algorithm go through it and find every single day. I've not missed a day since the beginning of, the last time I missed a show was when they cut my channel off in January of 2021, like January of 2021. So, and then I started, I believe, by the first week in February, I decided to never miss a show, and we've been rocking ever since. So it's been more than 500 days, I'll tell you that, because it started in the first week of February of 2021, went all the way to February 22. That's a year. Now, February, March is 1 month, March to April, 2 months, April to May, 3 months, May to June, 4 months, 4 times 3, 120. Yeah, I guess, I mean, I don't know. It's insane. Somewhere in like halfway through January there. So a year and a half straight. A year and a half straight. Which is something like 550 days or something insane. Anyway. I got a short sell at 1125, 100x leverage on ETH. What do you think? I don't think anything. I would never trade 100x leverage. I think you're a clown, Cal. I love you, but I think, actually, no, I don't think you're a clown. I think trading 100x leverage is a bad idea, okay? I think you're a beautiful person, but I think trading 100x is just stupid. I did it once on the live, and we turned like $10 into like $50. We won the trade. First time I ever did, I did it one time, and I got super lucky. Like, come on, man. Like, let's get real. Let's get real. Like, if you want to be nice, you want me to tell you what you want to hear, or you want me to be your big brother. You know what I'm saying? And again, nothing I do and say should be taken as financial advice. I am just a guy who stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. You know, it was good. The sheets were clean. No, I would never stay at Holiday. No, I'm just shout out to each and every one of you for being here. 291 people on the live. $17. You guys are already buying me lunch, man. I like it. Now, should I hit this ad button? Now would be a good time to insert ads. Do I do that? Do I do that right now? Is that a bad look? Watch, if I do that, watch it piss people off. Look, I just hit it. So you guys are going to see an ad now. Like, I shouldn't tell you when I hit that, right? Now would be another. Would you keep doing it? I've never seen that button before. It's a new button. And who doesn't like to touch buttons? So it's like a shiny toy. You're live streaming. It's like, hit me. And you're like, okay, I'll hit you. But, like, I probably shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody watching from a Holiday Inn. Shout out to Steve and Kimbrough. You might be in a Holiday Inn right now. If you are, I love you. I'll take care of you. I will come to your location and tuck you in. Let me know where you're at. I'll book a flight right now. Just to tuck you in. It'll be quick and easy. Nothing else. I won't even touch you. I will just touch the sheets. I know it sounds weird, but we'll get it done. All right. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to Stack McChange, CMAS. Shout out to DJ Porter Rock, Gina Bombina, Buck Nasty. It's been a while, Buck. It's been a while, Mr. Buck Nasty. Shout out to Vidal Escobar, my man, taking it through. And shout out to Love Learning, always holding me down since day one. DJ Porter Rock coming through. David Kendall, the Blue Crew, East Jordan, and every one of my mods always here for me every single live stream, never missing a day. And a Dingo ate my Satoshi. You know what's funny? He is the first to comment on every single video. A Dingo ate my Satoshi. He's the first to comment immediately. And yes, I immediately lost 11 people when I hit that ad button. I won't do it again. I won't do it again, all right? You guys have spoken. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin here on the 4-hour time frame and see what we see. Well, I'm a stochastics guy, and right now the stochastics have what's called momentum. They're approaching the dotted line. However, they didn't cross, and I've seen momentumous moves come from this zone. So let me guess, is Bitcoin at 19,200? Oh, 19,289. I was doing that yesterday during the live. I was like, we were just, you know, we would go over 100 coins, you know, a bunch of stuff, and then I'd be like, let me guess, Bitcoin's at 19,200 again. Oh, 19,189. Like, sideways, man. If you didn't know this weekend was going to be sideways price action, I told you. You know what I'm saying? Weekend holidays for America. In the summer night, we might as well not even trade and just walk away. However, these still made some gains. Let's take a look. I looked at NMR yesterday. It came to the 706 Fibonacci, a beautiful retracement, likely to get a little bit of a push up, at least to resistance. And you take a look at it here, like a flip book. And yes, it's back down to break even. But hey, you wouldn't have lost anything. And it actually did pump for 15.8% off of that Fibonacci level. So interesting enough. Let's take a look at PEL. PEL was also down here on the 618 Fibonacci level in a falling wedge. Resistance, a support and resistance flip. This is what I look for. Look at these indicators. This is what you're looking for in my trading group. See this? This is always a pretty good sign. See? This turning, and this turning. That is a good look, okay? That is something that should make you scrumptious, okay? If you're a beginner, you're looking for that a lot. Those three signals that look like that with the bend and the turn. All three, baby. And that's a very bullish sign when you see that. Very bullish sign. So that was posted to the trading group. PEL was posted to the trading group. And PEL for gains. You know what I'm saying? PEL for gains. PEL up. Let's see what happened to PEL here, like flipbook status. Bang. And look, I tried to put them in the exact same place, so when you went back and forth, you would just be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Show me the money. Ooh, bring it back. Show me the money. Bring it back. Show me that money, baby. Show it. 15% gains on the mark. And actually, it's still holding gains of about 6.8, 7.3, 7% gains. And it's flagging a little bit. It would reset on the 4-hour. However, it got rejected by the 382 fib. See? But when you're in a bearish market, you're in and out, baby. That's what I'm trying to say. The worse off the market is, the faster the trades are. When things start to get better, you start accepting the market a little bit. You give it more time. And see, anyone can teach you how to trade technical analysis, and you can go watch any guy trade Bitcoin left and right. But what I'm going to do is show you how to bop and weave, how to change your trading style depending on the situation you're in. For the next 3 or 4 months, I scalp as much as I can. I'm not a financial advisor. You do whatever makes you happy. But I scalp and take shorter time trades. I look at trading just like surfing. Okay, if you're familiar with surfing, or at least just even going to the ocean, heck, if you had a boogie board in your life, this is what I'm talking about. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm also known as CryptoLifer on YouTube. And I want to give you a quick little tip. Trading is very similar to surfing. If you ever been to the beach and looked at the waves, heck, if you ever had a boogie board in your hand and just rode in a boogie board, then you know the ebb and flow of waves. When the ocean is completely tumultuous and a very, very, very violent, the waves are coming in, coming back, coming in, coming back. Usually a lot in succession, quick intervals, and it's called rough. We call it, it's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? There can even be called what's called a riptide in there, and that's when you don't go in and try to make a bunch of, you don't try to hit a bunch of surfing. You don't try to get in there and try to catch a bunch of waves. That's not the best time to catch a wave. Very similar to trading. Look at this. If you're in chop, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, easy to get stopped out, not easy to make money. But if you're in a momentumous move or you come down and then you change trend, that's when you take advantage. So it's about looking for the intervals of time, looking for the waves that are better, So when the market is up and down and has a lot of chop, you're using smaller time frames, 7-minute, 15-minute, 1 hour. When the market's better, using bigger time frames, 4-hour, daily, 5-day, 3-day, weekly. You see? Because now you can expand. Now you can start riding those waves. Surfing and trading go hand in hand. If you like this metaphor and things of this nature, come to my live stream every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., Monday through Friday, and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And I'll get you going with Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. I'll see you guys there. Thank you so much. Okay, so PEL hit for gains as well, which is pretty cool. 15% gains off the 618. If you don't know how to use Fibonacci levels, I will teach you. I have classes on this. I have a whole boot camp on this inside of my trading boot camp. I have a Fibonacci class that'll blow your mind and really take you to the next level with Fibonacci. If you get into my trading group for $99, you will gain so much knowledge and everything you need. 15% gains for PEL. And look, doesn't this look just like what we saw for an MMR? A bounce off the, off of a Fibonacci level, okay? Look at this, a bounce off the 618. Then last night I looked at WNXM, which is wrapped NXM, okay? And again, I don't care what it is. It was in a falling wedge, and look, it looked just like PEL did. See that? The 618 Fibonacci level, right there. And it had bounced. It was, and again, the same situation, 19% gains. So, and this all happened last night for gains. Also, you want another one? Did I not do it enough for you? And it's funny, I don't always use the 618 like this. This is just what happened in the last 4 days. It just happened to hit a bunch of the trades. And so look, I had this trade banging on you. Beautifully drawn here. And here we are drawing 2 as well. All right. Now, this one was precarious because you would have had to bring it all the way to the top of this wick, which to me didn't make sense. So I had to just use, I had to make some sense of this. And so what I did is I used the candle body there. See? And it got me to the 786 Fibonacci. And I like the retracement. The main reason I was looking at this was the 200-day moving average was coming right in. A lot of times you get a bounce there, especially if you look at the way the 4-hour was creeping out. You had the 50-day moving average as well. And you bounce. Look how clean you bounce off the 50-day, okay? But it was mainly this 200-day creeping up through the time frame and this bounce here to the upside, okay? And if you watch what happened there, it went up for 54% gains from PROM. And I put it out just 2 days ago, and PROM banged on them. We put it on July 1st at 2:48 p.m. Just something for you to look at, something for you to apply your own technical analysis to, and if it fit your trading style, you would jump on in, if it fit your trading style, your risk management, something you like, it's up to you. So I just put things that I see that I'm looking at. And if you like it, it makes sense to you, right? I never tell you what to buy or sell. It's not at all. Just going through the market, showing you, basically I'm trying to teach you what a falling wedge is. Like through this example, I can teach you what a falling wedge is. I can show you Fibonacci. And look, see the 200-day moving average? Price likes to bounce near or on the 200-day. See how I say that there? And so this is what kind of starts to make sense here. And then lo and behold, what would happen? Eventually, we would go flat, and where would we bounce off the 200-day moving average? I would say this 2 days before it would occur. I can teach you so much about your moving averages. I can teach you about support and resistance. I can teach you about your shapes. I can teach you about Fibonacci. To make this trade, I used Fibonacci. I used patterns. I used support and resistance, and I used the 200-day moving average, all in conjunction with each other. And I used a low stochastic with a low RSI and a MACD turning with the pink showing and the blue line turning up. So I used like 10 reasons, and I had falling volume with falling price, 11 reasons. I'll give you these checklists. I will give you these things. I have a beginner's course from every Tuesday from 3 to 5 where I give you this stuff. I hand you a PowerPoint with 9 checklists that all you have to do is follow the checklist. Just follow the dang checklist. I put the checklist together. It took me 7 to 8 years to figure out. 15 years of trading, 7 to 8 years of playing with the technicals, 5 years of back testing, thousands of hours of playing with the charts. I'm telling you, this doesn't happen overnight. It's not a coincidence that all of these trades hit the way they did. It's just not, okay? This is how you use technical analysis to gain an edge against the masses, against everybody else. They don't know what's happening, okay? They can't see this the way you can, all right? The average person is completely oblivious. Look, the 1 hour's coming down. We're flipping up in the RSI, and we're about to turn here. We can make a fib here, and it looks just like we're on the 618. We bounced up to 786, all right, which is still a strong fib area for a bounce. Another falling wedge. Now, anything is possible. It's not guaranteed. There's a 32% chance. It doesn't, but there's a 68% chance this does break to the upside based on the technical analysis. Coming up with a 15 minute, I'd look for the 15 minute to break above a resistance and then use that resistance as support for a bounce to the upside. Or does it make a right shoulder? Shoulder, head, and shoulder. Always projecting, always planning, always thinking, always moving. Like Bruce Lee in water. Never stagnant. Okay? Wealthy people do not stay in the same place. If you want to be wealthy, you must keep moving. Moving the money, moving the mind, moving the ideas. Never staying in the same place. Same thing as professional athletes. Never staying stagnant. Always working out. Always looking forward. Always grinding. What do they do like the second or third week after they win the championship? They're back at the gym. Probably sometimes the second day. I think Kobe Bryant, after he won the championship, he was back at the gym at 5 a.m. doing the same thing he did every day because he had a constant routine. You get into a routine, you can't break. You get into a mode of operandus, you cannot stop. For me, I wake up and look, there's the 777 again, the 777s. It's been following me around every day. Shout out to the $22 in Super Chats. I appreciate it. I'll jump into those in a second. Thank you so much. Let's jump into Bitcoin. I did a beautiful update this morning, breaking down what I believe could or could not happen. We were waiting for that 15-minute to try to make a bit of a breakout and throw the Hail Mary. And what did it do? It threw a bit of a Hail Mary to the upside, right? And we eventually did break out. We got above the resistance too, which was, the local resistance. Our first batch of resistance, which is right here for the time being at 19,350. Right about here, right? 19,360. However, we would not hold that level. I would be looking for a bounce. Once you break support, resistance, 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 bounce, bounce. Bit of resistance there, bounce. Once you break through an area like that, you're looking for a bounce off of that for a bullish move. You did not get it. However, you did break above this trend line. You know, some may say that this is a bigger trend line still holding us down. Lately, I've been drawing a lot of two trend lines, like double trends, because you know there's spider lines technically, and you're seeing what's happening with price action, and is it respecting the diagonal support or resistance? And that's what you're looking for on this July 4th night. So many people in America tonight are with their families in the backyard right now. I do not expect a lot of people to be watching. The fact that there's 319 people watching me right now is unbelievable. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Much respect to you and yours. Hope you have a wonderful July 4th with you and your family. May the 4th be with you. May the 4th be with you. People say that on May 4th, but, you know, may the 4th be with you as well. You know, may the 4th be with you as well. This shirt makes my shoulders look big. I'm not that big. I'm only 5'4", about 120 pounds. Tiny guy, man. I always wish I was bigger. No, that's not true. But if and no, that's rude too, because someone might be 5'4", 120 pounds, and there's nothing wrong with that either. You could be 4'9" and 90 pounds and still have the heart of a lion. I'm telling you right now, it doesn't really matter your size. It matters the size of your gut, the size of your gall, your mind. They used to call it moxie back in the day. You know what moxie is, right? What is moxie, baby? We'll ask Google, what is moxie? I know what it is, all right? And it's not a soda from the 1950, all right? But look, Moxie is a brand of carbonated beverage that was among the first mass-produced soft drinks in the United States. It was created in 1876 by Moxie. It was really the first Coca-Cola. You know what I'm saying? But it's also a word. Energy, pep. You know, pep awoke, courage, determination. It takes Moxie to pull up the roots and go to a land with the culture and the problem. You know, it's like. So, and then it was this old thing, Moxie. I think you could have, I'm pretty sure I bought it when I was a kid. I don't know when it finally went out of business. It finally went out of business, the Moxie. Maybe, I don't think I could have bought it as a kid. Jolt Cola is out of business. I used to buy Jolt Cola. I didn't drink a lot, like once or twice, you know. Kids would drink it before school and get crazy because Jolt Cola was like full of all these caffeine, you know. But hey, life is... You got a lot of moxie, kid. Hey, kid, you got a lot of moxie. Hey, let me tell you something, kid. You over here. You got a lot of moxie, kid. You do, huh? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something over here, huh? Next time I see you around here, showing your face around, flashing your cash, acting like a big shot, huh? I'm gonna take you over by the side of your ear, all right? I'm gonna grab you by your ear. I'm gonna take you over to your mother's house. All right? And I'm going to tell you the way you acted, and she's going to tell me that you a buffoon, huh? All right? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you for being here. No, when I was in New York, story time. Wah, wah, wah. Story time. No one wants stories. No one likes my stories, but I tell them anyway. You know? Story time. When I was young, true story too. I was 19 and I decided to spend a summer in New York City. Don't mind me, I'm just making a cup and handle here on the 15-minute Savvy Cup and Handy to the upside. You can listen to a story and technical analysis at the same time, right? Or is that the worst thing you've ever done in your life? Are you gonna cry like, oh, it's not nerdy TA the way all the other guys do it. I want to hear it like, you know, line after line, and let me hear an English accent because it sounds like I'm a bit smarter. So when I talk about Bitcoin and tell you the levers, and I say levers, it'll make you feel a little better about it every time, you know? Or I could be like Tito and be like, the Vector candle and the Vector candle. When New York wakes up, I can't do Tito right now. I got to listen to him. The Vector. Are you ready for the makers, for the market maker? But again, so when I was 19, all right, true story. I was going to spend the summer in New York, my first summer in New York, and I was living in an illegal apartment below 2 Russians. This is a true story, so I'm going to say it in an accent, but it's going to sound like a New York story. It's a real New York story. Everything I'm going to say here is true, from the beginning of the accent to the end of the accent, huh? I'm just going to tell it in a New York accent so it sounds a little better, all right? So I'm 19 years old, right? I'm living in Flushing, Queens. off of Union Turnpike, 150th Street, somewhere near, you know, over near the courthouse, but down the street a little bit, You take the bus a few stops, take a left, Russian Jews, a lot of Russian Jews in the neighborhood. I'm living below about a Russian Jew's mom. He used to come visit his mother. I believe he sold watches. He sold watches in Canarsie. Anyway, long story short, I used to live under in an illegal apartment for $600. An Indian lady gave it to me. She said, hey, kid, I can show you something. She didn't even know what was going on. I thought I did know what was going on. It didn't really matter. I signed the papers. Next thing you know, I was in an illegal apartment underneath a Russian lady, 60 years old in Flushing, Queens. All right? And I decided to get a job, get this, as a salesman. Yeah, that's right. But I wanted to be an actor. But I was like, hey, I got to make some money first, you know? So I walk into this audition. And, well, it's kind of an audition. I don't really know what it was. It was kind of an audition. It was an audition. I was looking up auditions. So I walked into this audition. And the guy says, all right, not bad. And I read the words. And he's like, all right, we may call you back. He calls me back like the day later. Now, at the time, I was working for a casting agency that I had found in the ads of Village Voice. I had circled the Village Voice ads. And I'm in there, and I'm on 19th and 5th Avenue in an office, no lie. I started going there to try to be an extra in the movies. I think it was a scam, though. She used to actually make people, she would give you these handouts and give you a hotline. At the time, I didn't know. And she would sign people up to be extras in the back of a movie. You would end up being the extra in the back of a few movies, though. It kind of worked out. I don't know really what she was doing, the lady. She was kind of, you know. But anyway, I was working. I came in a bunch of times, and then I said, hey, I could work for you. I could run the desk. And she said, no, you couldn't. I said, I bet I can. I could sign up the next 5 people there. And she's like, no way. And I said, I bet I can. You know, if I can sign up the next 5 people, you got to give me a job, you know. And she's like, all right. So people came in, and I said, listen, like, you know, we place you and Lindsay Lohan in the background of this movie, background of that, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm sitting there talking, doing all these crazy things. I'm 19. I have no idea what I'm doing. People are coming in with New York. They have literally graduation degrees from New York University. They're like 3 times older than me. I'm looking with my feet up. I'm literally looking at their resume like, okay, you got some act. I thought it was the funniest thing I ever seen in my life. I'll tell you that. I'm wearing a suit. Next thing you know, this guy comes in. He goes, you know, you look a lot like this other guy, this Italian guy. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, could you come and be in this movie? I remember this is how it started. And I'm like, really? Be in what movie? He's like, could you just, he's like, they need a blonde Italian guy because the guy's Sicilian, but he's blonde. And he's like, you would look like the guy. And I'm like, nah, man. I was like, he's like, can you do it? I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. So he's like, you got to be at this building at this time, you know, in 2 hours. And he leaves. He was the janitor and he thought he would like get some, I don't know. So I run down a block away. I put like clothes on the door and I just leave like when I have to. People are waiting. I don't even care. I just walk out. I run down the street to this audition. When I get to the audition, they're there in the room and they're like, beg for your life. They're like, beg for your life. And I'm like, beg for my life? Like, beg for your life? What would you do if you had to beg for your life? And I'm like, oh my God, don't kill me, Johnny. Don't kill me, please. Jesus Christ. This is a true story. So I'm begging for my life on the thing and da-da-da-da-da-da. They're like, all right, you got the role. Meet us on the Holiday Inn at 44th Street next Saturday morning at 9 a.m. And I'm like, all right, man. All right, like, I got it, you know. Now, being, with this all coming around here, I was also trying to find work. Now, the guy that was also shooting the movie was also a head salesman for ADT, and he was putting in security systems. So he offered me a job to sell security systems to local businesses around Manhattan. And I would walk in and try to sell the security systems while I was also trying to act in all his other movies and do camera work because I loved camera work. And I was a film student at the time. So I was staying in New York City, trying to learn the ways of the world of the city. The businessman, trying to sell, try to be a salesman, try to use the camera. It was amazing, right? I was sweating balls. My freaking suit was covered in wet every single time. It was insane, right? Now, point of the story. Point of this whole story, because it's a long story, kind of getting long-winded over here. You're like, where are we going here? Point of the story was, you know, I started selling things for the first time in my life. I remember I walk into a true store. I walk in, and I tell this guy, I'm like, listen, you know, businesses and employees, and you're supposed to start to spiel about most employees are stealing from you. And so you need a security system because everyone you're hiring isn't doing their work. When you're not there, they got cigarette break, they're eating in the back, they're not helping customers. So customers are coming in, but they're not getting taken care of when you're not there. So you need a security system to watch your business. And I'm telling you right now, the $400 a month you spend is gonna make you $1,000 a month back because it's gonna make everyone more productive knowing that the boss is watching the business. And so this is how you would sell the security camera system, okay? This is how you would do it. And so I'd walk in there, but I was horrible. I was 19, and they wouldn't listen to me. I was a young kid. They were like, look at this guy. He's a freaking joke. So I go in there, and I literally spill my coffee all over the payroll. True story. He has 50 envelopes big, and I'm like, he has his coffee there, and I was like, I got to just show you what we do, and I move my laptop, and I open it. When I do that, I knock his coffee, and he goes, I have to reprint every check right now. He's like, you just ruined my morning. I was just like, oh, my God. But anyway, I used to be in New York trying to sell commercials at 19 years old. It was insane, man. It was insane. My life has been nuts. I've been through so much. It was one of the hottest summers of my life. I'll never forget it. It was insane. But yeah, if you've ever been a salesman, and I was never into sales too. I was always just trying to be an actor in a film, in a movie, you know? That was my plan, you know? It was crazy. I ended up being in the scene. The guy beat me with a pipe. I wonder if we could ever find it one day, some online. Like, I'm trying to find it if it's online somewhere. You can rent the movie, actually, and watch me get beat by a pipe. It's on it's on like IMDb or something, maybe. It might still be around. I don't know. Old movie. Old movie. And it was just a small independent film. But yeah, I mean, that's when I learned, though, that I like to shoot and be behind the scenes and do the camera work. And that's really when I got into, you know, and this guy, even though he was old and he was kind of crazy, he was a smart salesman and a good businessman. He learned how to make a business out of anything. Like, he was such a, you know, being around him when I was young made me realize that, like, there's opportunities out there, and there's anything was possible, you know? Anything was possible. 3,000 is the official record. 3,633 is the official record. So I'm going to have to go for like 7 years straight without a break. I like British Sammy. Super chats. Crypto Rambler, $5 3 times. And Aaron, loving the beats. Thank you so much, man. British Sammy, +1. You guys are funny. Sam's a multiple shooter. 15 years B2B, 11 years inside sales myself. I'm originally from Banna. Couldn't imagine life with a southern drawl. Too funny. I talk down with a southern drawl, bro. How y'all doing there? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Me and my pappy, come on down. Come on down there. Come on down there, girl. Let me show you how we dance, girl. Let me show you how we dance. Bring that whiskey on down. Bring that whiskey on down there, boy. Show you how we saddle up now, boy. Give me that next stallion. Show you how we jump on them horses, boy. Shout out to everybody here on the live. So, cup and handle for Bitcoin of the 15. You're looking here at this resistance point that you've bounced off a few times. Right here. So, look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Coming on down. So, you're looking for a bounce off 19,152. Really, that's what you're looking for. If not, you get a bounce off this right here, where you're at, which is nice, which you seem to be. I bet the 7-minute is pinned and pushing up. No, it's not. Interesting. I was defied. Maybe the 5 minutes. Something's pinned in. Yeah, there it is. The 5's pinned and pushing up. There it is. I knew something was because you don't get a green candle without a stoke pushing up. So consolidation again, sideways behavior. Last time we saw this again, it usually ended up in a dump, but we'll watch it. Again, what I've been talking about is the idea that, remember when we were down here and I said we would get to the top of the channel, and then when we were super far down here, could we get to the top of this channel? Oops, sorry. And this is the TA from this morning, so we might as well pick up exactly where we left off. Shout out to anyone that watched watched that video this morning. Really appreciate that. And so to me, yeah, it ended up making the falling wedge, right? See this? This is a falling wedge that broke to the upside. You can see it. Now you're looking for a retracement back to this area, in my humble opinion. And where's the freestyle chart on Coinbase? See, to me, I'm still looking at this descending S triangle. I'm still looking at this tight pattern here. So as I tell my students, it doesn't matter what happens, but once you get above 21,800, that's going to be, then we can get to this next resistance up here at 23,000. So that's going to be our first, so you don't really have to worry about 25, 27, 28, 30K. None of that really matters. You know what I'm saying? It's like PBS England. I put a lemon in my water and my tea. Real Southern boy. I love sweet tea, though. Sweet Southern tea. I want to move to Georgia and drink sweet tea on the porch with my mommy. Me and my mommy. I may move to Georgia. What do you guys think? Should I move to Georgia? Is it a good place to move? Or at least get it like a second home in Georgia? I'm thinking about it. 5-bedroom, 3 homes going for $320,000, $400,000. Get a big old house. You know what I'm saying? All the way in Georgia. Maybe, but I don't know, man. Georgia, baby. North Georgia here. Cheap housing and lots of land. Oh my God, break out hard. It's like possible. Massive double bottom of the weekly. I mean, this is a higher low. Low, high, higher low. For sure. You double bottom here. You've put in a higher low. Right now, And so Bitcoin just needs to put in a higher high to keep the trend alive. Now, I haven't done this before. It's funny how you do something and then you never, it's like you're like, why didn't I do this before? But I honestly think it's because I'm with a group of people. And when you're with a group of people, you get channeled. Bro, you don't understand what you've done for me in my trading. Thank you. I'm sorry for not being more involved in the Discord. But it'll come in time, I promise. Do not apologize, man, for where you are in your learning and how you're contributing. Everyone finds their own way. I was so stubborn at the beginning. I'm not saying you are. I'm just talking about me. So don't equate this to what's happening to you. Sometimes that happens. I say something and people are like, oh, he's saying it about me. Not at all. I think you're awesome. And what a kind way to say that. You sound like you're coming from a humble place with a lot of love in your heart, and that makes me happy. So thank you for the $10 super chat, Crypto Rambler. Good things are coming your way. I'm telling you right now, just keep doing what you got to do. You're awesome, man. Shout out to EJ. Thank you. Sending super chats for TA and deep dives. Thank you from a Crypto Rambler. You're the man, dude. Come down to Florida, West Palm Beach, East Coast, sunshine. No, I want to come to Florida too, but everyone's going there, And housing is a little more expensive than in Georgia. So in Georgia, I could get me it would just be on the low, And I could still get some beaches there. And trust me, I'll still go to Florida. I eventually I'm going to buy this $10 million house right here. I'm telling you right now, this is my home. And I know exactly where it's going to be. It's going to be on Washington Drive in St. Armand Circle. $10.9 million right now, and it's coming down. I think I can get it for $7 million in a couple years. In 4 years from now, I'm going to be moving into that home. I'm going to make it clear to everyone now. 4 years from today, I'll move into this house. We're going to throw a huge party. You're going to walk through these gates, and I'm going to greet you right here at these stairs, and I'm going to say, what up, dude? We're already there. We're already there. Close your eyes. I'm opening the front door. You're walking in. How does it feel to walk in the house? What do you think? You like the high ceilings? Yeah. What do you think of the chandelier? It's pretty big, right? Marble floors. It's going to be beautiful. And then behind me, we're going to look out. Look, are you looking out with me? Because I'm seeing it right now. I'm seeing, wow, we're on the Bitcoin Bay and the whole ocean. The breeze is coming in. You feel it? It's hitting me right now. I can smell the ocean. That fishy sea smell, but it's great. I can smell it. Do you smell it? Oh, man, there's Stack right there, too. Stack's chefing up, man. What up, Stack? Yo, and there's someone. Oh, yo, there's Renee, man. And everybody's there, man. And we're all having a blast. I'm telling you right now. It's going to be awesome. So I'm projecting to be in Florida. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay, so we're looking at Bitcoin here on the 2-hour chart. 2-hour chart says it wants to dump down. Every time it dumped, not too bad, though. It could just do a slight little dump and hold the trend. That's what we would hope. So when this resets, we would like to see that hold. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. It's got momentum, as we said before. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Could be curving, as the 15-minute wants to do damage with a double bottom here. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for the 15-minute to stay in this beautiful move. Come down a little, get tight, and break to the upside. The move, first, this is your measured move. And now it put Bitcoin at 19,669, all right? And break through the previous high. again, as we always talk about, when the Stokes reset and come back to the upside, it would behoove the price to break the previous high. If it does not, then you're kind of making an M, and M's don't like to go to the upside, do they? So the 15-minute stochastics can really lead you the way when you plug them in with your stochastics RSI, your RSI, and your support and resistance. And once you're kind of getting it all together and you're mapping it, you're starting to really print the special sauce in your mind for what you need to get accomplished. So again, this was not a coincidence that the Stokes were low. This was turning. Look, we even have what's called hidden bullish divergence. Swing up to swing up, but the RSI is swinging flatter down. MACD is turning, about to bend on out. Lo and behold, this would turn. This is starting. And look, this is really hasn't even, this is saying that it looks like it's going to do what PROM did, how it went flat and eventually, this still hasn't popped yet. This is still riding this area here. All right. And I could even readjust this. I feel like the fib's a little off. Yeah, it has to come up a little bit. It should be riding a fib technically. Yeah, I'm going to go to this spot right there. There we go. It's on the 706. See, I miss this little notch. And that's important when you're doing fibs. All right. It was late night. All right. On a fourth weekend, but no excuses. Really none at all. So look here, the 618 and the 0.65, that's your sweet spot. And look, this was turning. This was turning. You had swing up to swing up. This again swung up, but not as sharp, slightly. And this was that's what you're looking for. That's the setup that you want. And if you got your support, and look, resistance, you're coming back there. And that happens to line up with the 0.618. I mean, oh my goodness. Oh my gooshness. And then when Pell bangs on you for 15, it's not a coincidence. You see what I'm saying? Like, and bang, Stokes moved up. MACD even didn't get the cross. That's why I don't care about the MACD. I don't trade it like that. I just want to make sure that the pink showing the blue one's curving. It's all about the Stokes to me. It's all about the Stokes supportive resistance and the pattern. MACD is just an add-on. All right. We looked at NMR just now. It's still going sideways. Let's take a look at the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour needs to come on down. You just better hope it hugs this area, but it could dump on you. Could be doing something like this. And again, you got a sideways Bitcoin on a July 4th weekend. Low liquidity. Anything could happen. Any coin could dump or pump. What you want is you need, what I'm looking for. I'm not a financial advisor, so you got to do whatever you feel is necessary. But what I'm looking for is this flag to continue sideways when the 1 hour resets to the downside. And then you can put an alert there and see how that plays out for you. I put alerts there. Setting an alert so you don't have to stare at the price action is the best thing you can do. Just showing you how to use alerts. Hit that plus section, put it where you need it, and there you have it, right? NMR. Thank you so much for asking. The Bitcoin chart inverted is Adam and Eve cup and handle. Bobby Fan. Like this right here, there's an Adam and Eve right there. It's kind of a double bottom too, I mean, I could probably do securities. I just don't like doing them. And, they briefly mentioned they briefly mentioned just to keep yourself as clear as possible, just do crypto. I don't know. I could trade circles around securities. So look, I mean, coming up here to 19,680. It's a cup and handle for Bitcoin. You're low in the 15. You're just looking for not to break these zones here. Like the lowest you're going to go here is 19,121. You could capitulate wick a little bit, come down, like scare everyone at 1890, 1888. But that's about it. You know what I'm saying? The Bitcoin chart inverted is an Adam and Eve cup and handle. What time frame? Right there, Adam, a cup and handle there. Cup and handle. Adam, Eve, cup and handle. I guess. See that? I don't know. If that is your real name, sounds so Hollywood. Gina Bombina. Hey, shout out to Bobby Fan, if that is your real name. I know, right? Bobby Fan. Everybody, welcome, Bobby Fan. He just got in from Miami, man. He got off the flight. How was the flight, Bobby? Not too bad. You know, last week it came out and they just wanted to do it. No, I don't know how Bobby sounds, so I don't want to make any jokes. So I love you, Bobby. I was just trying to be funny. That might not be too funny to Bobby, though, so I don't want to, you know. Shout out to each and every one of you being here. Appreciate you all for coming on in. And, yeah, it's been a good run. We've all been on a good run last couple of weeks. Considering what the market's been doing, trading group's been banging on them, and I've been excited. We even produced gains this morning, woke it up to gains. So as long as I'm sniffing gains every single day, I'm doing what I got to do, and I feel good about life. So it's all about the grind, constant hustle. Hustle never stops. The hustle never stops. Yeah, we hit this for gains, 19%. We hit PROM for 54. And the beat goes on. You don't want to see this. You don't want this. Stupid. I actually never danced a robot in my life. I used to dance this stand and don't stop and last, living in the gangster's paradise. That was we used to get down to all that stuff, you know. Look at this. An entire sea of water can't sink a ship unless it gets inside the ship. Similarly, the negativity of the world can't put you down unless you allow it to get inside you. 100%. I keep realizing that this was the way. This is what they teach.
You're watching CRYPTOLIFER, but this is what it bought me. Thanks to CRYPTOLIFER helping me. Being in the trading group, been having this guy out for a while. Beautiful day in Tahoe. I have to go to work. Just stop by the park.
He owns his own shop, so when he goes to work,
It's just a beautiful day out. Don't forget, rich or poor, enjoy the present moment, because that's all you got.
that's all you got. People are missing the mark about life. They're seeming to think that life is going to be tomorrow or the next day or what they're going to buy or what they're going to get. And life is right here, right now. Exactly what he just said, man. Shout out to Crypto Cash. And that's why I love playing this stuff and keeping it real with my group. Thank you so much, man. But thank you so much, man. And look at that. Dropping knowledge. This is the type of place where you meet people like this. Look, I saw this today, yesterday, 8:20. I didn't get to read this yet. I guess I'm going to read it together. You know, and July 4th is kind of, to me, it's not like the beginning of the year, but you know what? It's the 6 month. It's the direct half of the year, right? January, February, March, April, May, June. You've been through 6 months. It's the direct half. You get to look back on halfway through the year and what you're going to accomplish the next half of the year. So to me, it is kind of it kind of feels like a moment in time, like a passing. You know, there's something about today that I don't know if you guys feel it. I feel it. I was hoping we'd hit 30K today and it would be like that moment. But I believe we're going to hit 30K tomorrow on July 4th, which is even better, right? So we're going to blast through with a July 4th live stream tomorrow at 30K, right? But I'm going to read this. I've never read this before. I just want to see what he says here. Bison 9. Let's take a look. I have had an unbelievable journey of the year. Matt Thero and the Epic Real Estate Podcast led me to Mike Dillard and my first crypto course. Mike Dillard led me to a guy named Naeem. Naeem led me to Ben Armstrong and his unbelievable awesome team. Ben Armstrong led me to Sam Price, the CRYPTOLIFER, and this extraordinary awesome team. Sam led me to Trading in the Zone and to the Slight Edge books. I've been on a 9-day vacation traveling in a 15-passenger van across the United States with my wife's extended family. We were able to take in the absolute awesomeness of God's beauty on display for all to see at Glacier National Park, which is one of the most beautiful places in the world. I just looked it up recently. While on vacation, I finished Trading in the Zone and have today burned through almost half of the Slight Edge on the last final day of the trip while traveling back. What a year it has been. Books like these two and the group are going to change my life. I can feel it. In the trading in the zone, you will learn the probabilities of setups and consistency and execution, much like a casino does. And where the secret is at no emotion, no exceptions, just consistency in executing all chances, where the probabilities of edges and setups exist. In the slight edge, you will learn that you already possess the power to change your life. It is the mundane day-to-day choices that you make over a long period of time that will lead to success. I wouldn't have found these books had it not been for Sam, the Crypto Lifer, and the Lifer team. I'm stripping it all away in this time of the bear market to be a sponge and learn some more, and then learn even more. I want to type this out for others reading to encourage you to be in this group and books like this read books like this every single day. There's no other group out there that is quite like this one on the internet. Thanking Sam and thanking the group right here. I'm excited to come back and continue to be part of the group every single day. Let's get it. I want to share before I go. I always drag myself down before everyone telling me I can't. I give and I give, but no return. You know what I mean? But my wife always supports and motivates me and finds ways. I always listen to the motivation speaker on YouTube. I came across CryptoLifer, and I watch almost all your vids live stream. Your energy, your motivation, and your words are pure, and made me want to go out and earn, which I did. Went doing part-time job in Uber delivery, learning your trade from Lifer Stream and apply my charts. Your teaching method is good, and I continue to earn with more wins and less loss. Full respect to you, Crypto Lifer, man. My best trade so far of the day with tips I learned from the Lifer. Scored 12 out of 15 scalp trades today. Thanks to the man. Compounding, baby. That was on the 1st of July. So I appreciate it, everyone. And enough about the testimonials. But I just love reading them. They're awesome. And I like to read them with people. I don't want to read them all alone. What's the point of that? Right? So I'd like to share in that journey that I'm going on with you guys. So sorry if it seems to be tedious to others. But I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I just love hearing people talk about how they feel good too. And that's always a blessing. All right. I know an Uber driver who does well. Asian guy. Great friend. Hey man, anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible. If you put your mind to it, you can do whatever you want. You can live in whatever reality you want to live in. It doesn't matter. Send in a super chat for technical analysis. Thank you so much. I'd greatly appreciate that. Bro, yesterday or day before, there was a wick just suddenly went down and came up on Bitcoin. A few of us in the Lifer group, we all were like, we need Sammy, bro. Wherever you are doing for people, no word. Whatever you are doing for people, no word. What is it? What is that? Whatever you are doing for people, no. I don't know what no word means. I kid around, but for real, it's really sweet. Making it hard to heckle with these beautiful messages. Sending a super chat for deep dives. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? And I can never, I'm always like missing the window. Where is it? There it is. All right. All right. So we want Bitcoin to hold this level. 15 minutes about to get oversold. It's coming down for that double double bouton, right? The double bouton. And it is touching the what? The 200-day moving average, which is a pretty good sign. We could get a bounce. We saw that recently off of a bunch of other coins on the same time frame too, on the 15-minute. See how this time, like, we came up, bang, we bounced pretty close right there and near the 200-day. So when we broke up here, we came down and we bounced, boom, right off the 200-day. See that? On the 15 in a falling wedge after a higher low. So I'm not just, I'm not saying just because it happened in the past, it's guaranteed. See how we bounced right there off the 200-day? Then we get rejected. We get rejected by it too. It does both. It's support and resistance. Look, resistance, resistance, resistance. Now we're above it. Bang. Usually a little bit of a bounce. I'm not guaranteeing it, but there can be a bounce there. So we're looking for a bounce on the 15 off the 200-day. That would actually help out some alts and give you some good long trades to play throughout the night on this low liquidity though. I don't like to trade on low liquidity. So let's see some alts, Burrow, King of Cup and Handle. Love you, bro. Let's see some alts, bro. King of the Cup and Handle. Love you, bro. Shout out to Bharat Patia, man. Happy 4th. Let's light it up. Can you check on RLC? Shout out to Billy McD for RLC. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at RLC. So I'm looking for Bitcoin to get a pop here. If it can hold this level, I don't want to see it go lower than 19,100, maybe 19,000, maybe 18,096, just to free people out. But then a bounce, possible giant double bottom here. I'd like to see a higher low to the upside, and then I'd like to see this put in a higher high to remain bullish on an uptrend for BTC, and that's how I'm sticking to this for now. 1 hour could flip with that 15-minute move there and get us above the zone, and we could be trading in the zone. 4 hours still has momentum, hasn't crossed the dotted line yet, and the daily is getting oversold and crossing the dotted line. However, a huge dump could come from that, just like a huge pump can come once you cross that dotted line. Beginners don't understand. I'm talking about extended. That's extended overbought. That's extended oversold. But then I'm saying, but you can pump huge here. But I thought you were overbought. Yes, but above the dotted line, momentumous moves can approach as well, though. You can get massive moves below here. However, most of the time, it does start to signal that you're getting closer to a reversal. All right. But only time will tell. Right now, the daily has a little more down, but we did come all the way down. And we talked about this for days. And we were even showing this pattern before it even went down over and over again right here. And then we were drawing this wedge, and I was saying, look out for Bitcoin to go to the downside. 17,000, so. Jup, my brother, looks scrumptious. Thank you. Super chats, RLC and Jupe. EJ is typing them Ramblers. Shout out to East Jordan, man. You're the best, dude. Let's take a look at Jupe and RLC. Let's take a look at Ripley Credit Network, right? And NMR, if it can stay in that flag, it'll stay bullish. That's why I project my flags. It's all about the price projections. So you said Jupe is scrumptious, eh? So look, we talked about Jupe right here. I gave the call just the other day here in this channel. It looked just like this to me. I'm going to show you what I saw. I like to take you back in time with the replay too. What did the lifer vision? I'm going to give you lifer vision. Nobody does this. No one does this. No one's as creative. I'm telling you right now. Well, there's other creative people. Whatever, man. You compare it to whatever you want. But I know this is... I never saw stuff like this on YouTube. No one was using the replay tool, taking me back in time and showing me how they looked at a trade and how they were, how they figured out the trade was going to play out before it played out. Stokes are pointing up to the upside. Again, I don't care about the MACD. It doesn't matter to me. It's such a false signal idea. It's a latent signal too. But what it is doing, it's bouncing off that move there. And honestly, one thing I want to add to, let's just add the new RSI because I just want to see, did it bounce off the end? Yeah, look. And you're about to get a bounce to the upside off of the medium. So this is what I saw, and I put it out for everybody in the trading group to look at, to say, hey, I would look at this. Something on my radar here, Jupe. And so because I never stop working and I'm out of my mind and I'm a workaholic, true story, Jupe right here, right, on the 1st of July at 12:20. All right. And that's when I was looking at it, just like that. You see? And it was on the 15-minute. I want to make sure. I want to see these are exactly the same. Yeah, Jupe was 01400 at the time. So I think it was more like this. Yeah, look. It was even earlier. It was right here when I looked at it. See? It hadn't even broken out yet. And it was at 01400 right there. Yeah, right around there. Okay? And because the Stokes were low, that's the sweet spot. Falling volume with falling price. That's also an indication that the sellers are falling to the downside, right? And this was pointing up, man. It's all, to me, it's about Stokes. Moving average, 21-day moving average was interacting with price action. And to me, it was a scalp on the 15 to the upside. That was it. And this thing would just continue to bounce Never hit the stop loss and bang, and hit the target. That's when it hit the target right there. Okay. It took 18 hours and 45 minutes to make 30% gains. I mean, that's beautiful. You can't beat that. Like, you just can't. All right. Anyway, we do this for a living here every single day on the channel, constantly just showing you what we're doing here. And so, and that would hit for gains. I'm sure that made it to the gains wall. Gains on gains. There it is right there. I had to go find it. There's so many. There it is right there. 34.64% in total. It went up a little more there. July 1st at 12, July 2nd at 8 a.m. Right? Yeah, so it took about 18 hours. Exactly. See that? 16, 18 hours. Super Chats, RLC. We'll take a look at RLC in a second. Thank you. Which want to get into Jupe here for a second. I mean, it kind of broke out of that tightness there, for sure. Then you got this wedge here, too. See that? Coming back down on the 15. So you're looking for is a flag here. Projecting a flag for the stochastics to come on down. And that's how I do my projection with alert theory. And again, if you don't know, it probably goes right over your head if you don't know what I'm doing, but it is what it is. And so I'd see this trade before the trade even happens. It's like walking on water, baby. That's what someone used to say here. Walk on water, join the lifers, man. Walk on water, baby. No point in abandoning the lifers, man. So look at that move there on the MACD with the turn spin up. Just pointing up, and look, it was all there for you. If you go back in time before the pump, you can kind of see the idea here that we always go for. Falling veg, MACD turning up, stochastics doing damage. MACD was low above the dotted line. I mean, the stochastics RSI, right? The SRSI ready to go. Also, look, it was the home of this 618. I can smell a 618 there. You see it? I mean, you're in between the 0.5 and the 618 right there. Pretty beautiful place to think about a move. All right. And I call that a mini fib area, but still, I mean, and then you play that out, and Jupe did get the pop. So it's not a coincidence these things are occurring. All right. Other traders are picking up what we're putting down, or what, you know, what you can smell out here. So still coming out, I would watch that 15-minute flag. That's how I play Jupe. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You're going to have to do the flag, figure out what a flag is. If you don't know any of this, you're going to have to learn and take a course. I do teach this every single Tuesday from 3 to 5. And I consistently show how it plays out every single day. Over and again. It's like a running live stream that just continues and ends and continues and ends. It's a just continuation of a technical analysis playing out. And you can just watch the probabilities. And I'm like a mathematician scientist playing with probabilities and math every single day with Fibonacci's and tools and probabilities and ideas and instruments and all these algorithmic, you know, crazy oscillators. And if you play with them enough, you're going to learn their probabilities, and you're going to be able to use their probabilities to your advantage. I mean, that's as simple as it gets. All right. Everyone thinks there's more than that, but really is just long doing it over and over again. That flag trick is surely changing my life. It really will, though, because it's really the true way of watching price action, because you won't have to make a decision until you need to. And the price will guide you by telling you if it made its way or if it didn't. Like, if it made a bullish pattern, then it's bullish. If it didn't, then it dumped out. It's either going to work for you or it's not, you know? Wow, API 3. We put it out down here for a move to the upside. So, look, we were buying down here. And now, look, all the way up for 48% gains. We were buying down here at this inverted head and shoulder. Yes, I came back to the pattern and bounced, but bam, it was gone. And again, even just looking at this here, look at that. Bit of a widened cup and handle, but that was even just a play there. Now, again, I didn't get on it. I don't get every single trade. It would be impossible. Did I get upset right now that I missed that? Of course. But I'll let it go after a heartbeat. But there's a split second where I'm like, dang, why didn't I see that? Why am I not playing that? You know? Why didn't I get in on that? This one, the 7-minute really had you at the pattern. Way easier to see the pattern with a 7-minute. And you got to break that resistance bounce. ETHO, a fun trade too. We were trading that on and off. Seemed like it took a hit though to the downside. Yeah, I was hoping that would bounce. That one didn't go. Not every trade plays out. It did break out though of the wedge, but did not continue for 15. SAN 3L trying to make a bit of a move on the 1 hour. Eyes on time. Let's take a look at RLC. SAN 3L is looking somewhat bullish on the 4 hour, but it's getting extended. You got to see it get above that 0.6. Let's look at RLC on KuCoin. I exact RLC. I mean, I like what you're putting down here. It has everything that I just taught. Yeah, all right. Now I see where you're going with this. We'll go wick to wick on this, I guess. And that's a 0.5. Could even go from this wick to that wick there, because that's your full extension, in my humble opinion. There you get a 618 bounce. Trying to force it. Could go lower to the 618. There's some more pressure here too. Let's look for our point of control. Way down there, huh? Hold on. There we go. And I mean, it lines right up into that area. Golden pocket area. I wouldn't be surprised if you went a little lower. Let's look at the daily. Yeah, the daily's about to dump on you. So to me, I would wait for the daily to touch that white line and come down to the 618. All right. Into this liquidity zone. It's likely to happen. Backtest it for yourself. See what happens. See if I'm wrong. See if it happens. You know, it's fun. Now, the 4 hour does suggest a pump. It just doesn't mean it's going to happen every time. It might go sideways, you know. So if you scalp the 4 hour when the daily's extremely overbought, you're playing a high-risk game. I just want to make that clear. But you could be getting a bounce right there. Kevin Calderon is the master at that. But it's interesting how this liquidity zone lines right up with my fib area, and you kind of see it matched. So you do whatever makes you happy, but I'd like to see a bounce off support first, at least at that 0.5 at 97. If it breaks a psychological buck, though, let's look at the dollar. The 1 hour could come on down. It did just get rejected by this level here. It says there's more room to come down, too. Looking for that bounce up here and possibly a move like that, you know. I'd be wary of the daily time frame. But the 4 hour could, you know, doesn't mean it can't pop. It just means it's getting higher risk. Okay? Just means it's getting higher risk. OGN for the bang to the upside. Look, I put it in this little triangle just the other day. I called it out over here. I'm not saying it would go a little lower off a double bottom, but I'm just saying I would have put it on the radar. I did call a bit move. My call was just a small move. I wasn't trying to go for anything crazy. I was just suggesting a possible little pump here. And I mean, it went a little lower than suggested, but then it went up 4%. Nothing crazy. But wow, it would have eventually, if you could have held on, I wouldn't have done that. But 19% gains and still pumping. And it's, look at this 15. You almost have to go to the 5 minute. See, the 5 minute made this flag. And then it bounced. Now it's trying to make like another little flag. Try to get to that target. Wow, Vited strong. CELT's been fun, huh? And there's CELT in a little bit of a move here. I drew this out the other day. Look, 19% gains for CELT. I must have drawn this out like earlier today because it pumped. And I was wondering it might pump again. My team was all over it too. Look, My team was all over it watching the CELT. Funny. I think I drew this last night. 19% gains for CELT. KP3R, we made a nice play on that recently. Again, off what? The 618. I put this out and it would bounce. Let me just show you. This is actually a beautiful, this is when like we started, this is one of the first ones that bounced off. Look, it came right here to the 706. And we pulled our fib and lo and behold, we got 30% gains. Still looking pretty bullish too right now for KP3R. It's pretty interesting. KP3R. Bing bong. And where is that puppy? Because that was like, it feels like that was like years ago that we hit that trade. There it is. June 29th to July 1st. I put it out at 11:30 a.m. Stops below that point. Look at it, would never hit the stop loss. No stop loss got hit in the making of that trade. Yes. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Sorry. But you know what I'm saying? 27% gains, and it actually would go up even more. I jumped the gun on the initial return. It ended up going up even more. So follow me at Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I would greatly appreciate it. We blowing up on Twitter. A lot of notifications, a lot of fun things happening. Who bought Bitcoin last night? I did. Check out my celebratory Bitcoin dance. And I was dancing, buying Bitcoin last night. I forgot about this. My team's been doing great, man. They've been just doing great. This is hot. This stuff is funny. That goes with the music right now. That's funny. But follow me at Twitter at CryptoLifer33. I greatly appreciate it. Shout out to my team putting out funny clips, making a bunch of funny edits. You guys are awesome. Unbelievable. We're taking over the internet one day at a time. I'm telling you right now. And you were doing a great job of it. I appreciate each and every one of your hard work. This has been amazing. And I'll keep pushing out the gains and working my took-us off day in and day out. So we're talking about GMT3S, trying to make a gain here. And it's been struggling for. We got a pump, though. Nice 20% gains when we initially put it out of the move here to the upside. Okay. I like to delete all my old work and look at it again. And look, it's looking what I call scrumptious. I don't know where I came up with the word. Maybe someone else said it one day. But GMT is looking scrumptious to me. My wife is like, why were you working so hard? She's like, 10-minute stream and go. I was like, you don't get it. Like, this market never rests. Like, there's always teaching to do. There's always something to point out. There's never a dull moment. I could die tomorrow, man, and I wouldn't have this time. Always conscious of my ending and my beginnings. And hopefully I'm in the middle somewhere, right? Middle life crisis coming. Yes, I get it. But that looks scrumptious to me. That's a beautiful bull pennant. That breaks out like 68% of the time. If you traded the pattern alone, you're going for a 70% chance basically of 49% gains. That's just what the pattern says. It's not what I'm saying. It's what the pattern says. Again, you'd have to assess the situation, do your own proper risk management, and see for yourself whether it fits your trading style. 1 hour's back to the bottom of the pattern looking sweet. 4 hours oversold as well. Every looking tasty. Daily has momentum, not over yet. 12 hours a little overbought. 6 hour has a swing to the upside in it. So we're bullish from the 1 hour down to the 6. That's amazing. You look at the 50-minute, it's just getting a move to the upside. This is looking scrumptious. Trade of the night alert. Trade of the night alert. I mean, this is hot. If the 7-minute was ready to rock, I would be like ready to kiss this thing. The 7-minute was below the dotted line, I would freak out. Right there it was, But it's pretty flat. And again, you're going to get low liquidity, and this could dump on you in any moment. You'd have to do your own risk assessment for this. But this is something that I like personally. It looks really good. It fits my trading style. It kind of hits all the bells and whistles on the time frames I'm looking for. And it looks pretty nice. Anyway, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I do and say here, Frankie, don't worry, we'll get you going. Frankie, hey Sam, I emailed CryptoLifer earlier about joining the trading group, but no response. Don't worry, we'll get you, man. We got you, Frankie. We'll get you in, man. Immediately, don't worry, someone got you. Love you, Lifer. Just stop to smash the like for you. Here's to the Lifer family becoming free together. Thank you, Sam. NMR. We went over NMR a bunch of times already. We kind of spent a little good time on it, but I'll check it out for you, Maddie. One more time, because you're dropping through, hitting that like, being the man. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I would definitely check out that chart. I would definitely check out that chat. And again, anything could happen at any moment. You know, you have to understand that as a trader. Anything could happen at any moment. But as a trader, you just take your shots exactly where you take your shots over and over again. And it's about consistency over and over and over again, you know. Okay? What's interesting, and you want to learn from everything. Look, today's fib day. You know, fibs start to come when you hit a bottom and coins start to bounce, you start pulling fibs again. But where did this fib come to? Look, we pumped. Where do we come back down? In between this 0.5 and the 0.618 area. I mean, it's just, you're either going to end up at the 706, the point golden pocket, or you're going to somewhere between the 706 and the 0.5, like almost every time. You're going to end up somewhere in this zone. And look where you ended up. You see, you came up, you came back down, you know. Follow me on the socials. I'd greatly appreciate it. We're also on TikTok. I don't know if you realize that, but we're on TikTok hard. And we do some fun videos on TikTok. They're pretty cool. Shout out to my team. They've been just doing a great job. I don't even get a chance to check out as much as the things as I want to. So, like, we can watch a cool TikTok video together. And, like, what are these TikToks all about? Now they're not playing. Amazing, right? Look at this. Nothing. Why is that? Maybe because I'm overusing my video card. Anyway, follow me on TikTok. I greatly appreciate it. Check it out. My team's working super hard. We're doing creative stuff, cool stuff, and definitely want to find out what's going on over here on TikTok. 42,000 likes, 13,000 followers. I'd greatly appreciate that. That's amazing. That's awesome. This music's getting pretty crazy too. All right, we avoided it all night because it's been fun. It's been a different night, but it's time, isn't it? It's time. It's time. It's time. All right? It's time, everybody. This is what you're looking at in the bigger time frames. You need to hold this level and come back to the upside. Daily suggests that you're at the bottom of your pattern. They'll play some games down here, but eventually make it back to the top of the pattern here at about 21,500, which won't be that fun. Pretty lackluster. But again, are we setting up for this type of movement? We are having a higher low put in so far, so good. I bought $2,500, $2,340 worth of Bitcoin last night. I had I woke up in a nap. I woke up in a daydream, and I just had this fear that that could have been the bottom. And I said, man, if that's the bottom, then you need to put in a little bit more than you feel comfortable with at this moment. And so I did. You know, I didn't do the 500, the 350, the 1,000. I did the 2,000. And that tells me something. When I start putting in $2,000 buys, it tells me we're like pretty close to the bottom. Like, and that means if we go to 10K or 7K, that would still be pretty close to me. Because when you're in, as a trader, I've 10x, 30x, 50x, 100x. So when I'm within 50%, that's an earshot of, like, that's nothing to me. So if I'm within $8,000 or something and it's worth 19, it's like, oh, I could lose 50%. So if I put $2,500, I could lose 1,300. Or in 5 years, that could turn into like a 10x or 20x. I could turn the $2,500 into 50 grand, right? Put it on a down payment on like a $33,000 home. That's a 20% down payment. Airbnb that, have that pay the mortgage. And now all of a sudden you just turned a $2,000 investment into a cash flow business 10 years from now. And it's all about every single dollar you have, thinking of how you can maximize it. Sit in your head and dream about how you can maximize every penny. And I know it's like, it can get crazy, not every penny, but I'm telling you, the more roads, life is a game of chess. I would sit and think about all the different things I could do with all the different ends. In fact, I could flip this to that, flip that to this, and move that. And that's how you become wealthy, always moving your mind and always moving the money in your mind. And if you can move your money in your mind, you can move your money in real life. I'm closing my eyes because I can see my money moving right now in my head. You see what I'm saying? And I'm always planning, always getting an idea, always researching, always hanging around other people that are innovative, interesting, and cool because they're giving me ideas too as well. And always making sure that you're the culmination of the top 5 people you keep in your life at any given moment in time. I'm one of them now, so I don't know who the other 4 are, but I should be the one. If I'm guiding you in the trading group, you have a friend in me, just like that song. You have a friend in me, Anyway, Yeah, that's corny. I know. I'm so sorry. So let's take a look. We're going to stop this here. We're going to remove the drawings. We're going to go to the weekly. And we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. Is it really? It just doesn't feel like a Sunday night because of the July, 4th and all that. And the market's closed tomorrow. We can't look at the Dow, right? Because the market's closed. All right. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. And the weekly. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and the weekly candle close. Oh my God, I was gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I really think I'm gonna pass out. I'm serious. I'm serious this time. I'm like lightheaded. Ooh. Okay. Wow. Wow. I'm like seeing stars. Bitcoin of the week. Oh my gosh. Call 911. Oh my God. I think it keeps me alive. I think doing that every week does something for me. I really think it does something. Like, I think it's a resonation. Like, I think it's been keeping me healthy. Like, I think it's like a mantra. Like, it's weird. I don't know. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, shall we? So Bitcoin, it opened at 19,000. No, it opened at 21,026.47 cents. The high was 21,517 cents and 800. We couldn't get above 21,005. That was it. The low would go to $18,608.03, and it would close above $19,292.62. It would be a loss of $1,736.86, down 8.26% on the week. A nasty, nasty candle. You know, a lot of people said after these many candles, remember we had this little green, everyone got excited. I told them not to. More red. I mean, look at these weeks of red, though. It's just nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And honestly, you would think there was no gains to be had. But honestly, like, you can scroll through those red candles. And yes, a lot of them were shorts. But you can scroll down these red candles from March 28th till now. And you can match those to the gains here. And this will take away. And we're not going to go too far, but we're going to go like, if we go back all the way to March 28th, I mean, it's going to be hard to do. Wow. So I just want to show you how you can make money in a bear market. All right. Hold on. We should clip this out too. All right. Let's find March 28th just to like be like on point with it. Wow, May was nice though, huh? Look at all those gains. You could even just go through this and then write down hot coins. Like, this is a good way to find hot coins. Like, people could use this gains to utilize how, I mean, I just gave away something for free. See, a smart person can turn nothing into something. I'm telling you right now. Someone who's thinking, like someone who has no money, broke as hell, can't join a trading group, they could still join the gains group, and then they could write down all of these, and they could start researching them, and then they could find coins on their own. I'm just saying. See, I shouldn't even say stuff like that and give away the beans, but you know, it is what it is. So take a look. Take a look at this. We'll pull away this over here. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm also known as CryptoLifer on YouTube. And I want to show you, people think in a bear market, there's no gains to be had. You can't make money in a bear market. Just pack your bags, go home, forget trading. There's no liquidity. There's no action. It's over, completely over. And I have to tell you that's just not the case at all. Yes, you may have to short, but it doesn't mean there aren't some juicy longs too along the way. All these big wicks too represent big pushes to the upside and brought back down. So even though we are going down, but you can see here since March 28th, we've been going down. Multiple weeks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, basically 13 weeks, 2 barely green weeks with wicks to the downside. No love at all, right? But look at the trading group I'm in and that I created with the CryptoLifers. May 26, May 28, 24%, right? And then if you keep going, you can see, 14% on Serve, 10% on SNX, 11% there, 40% on Ubix, 16% on Ant, and these are bullish trades. Cap BTC, BTC pair trades, 29%. Phantom BTC, 12%. Glamour, 15%. Waves, 83%. That was a big one. We like that one. We made that call live on the live stream. You can actually go back to that live May 31st and rewatch that live and actually see it play out in real time. Wow. You can backtest everything I've showed you here. VID, 42%. ETH short for a beautiful 35. A Sol short for 64. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy for a reason. There you go. Brawl, I remember that one, 25. Bitcoin short, that was a beautiful call. We played out 20%. Vision for 34. Another Sol short for 24. Sol for 14. That wasn't a short. This wasn't a short for 21. We're on June 4th now. It's only been a week here. 51%. Cole for 74. Fly for 32. Comb for 65. Lace for 150. And that was one of my analysts who nailed that. Shout out to my analysts. You people are amazing. That was Rainier. I can tell by the blue. Shout out to XCAD on 22. DYP for 23. WMT for 19. FRM, HNT, ADA. It's June 2nd to June 8th. June 9th here, 62%. This is May 28th to June 9th. And we could keep going. We made ETH short. We called for 372% gains. We hit Phantom short. We hit for 218% gains. That's what we started buying on the low, and it would continue to rip to the upside. You can backtest all this. You can find them in my Discord, search them, see them. Pond, we hit Bitcoin short again. Yes, we were shorting sometimes. You have to learn how long and short the market, 19%, 30, and the gains just keep coming. Then we got into GMT3L when that had a nice, beautiful pump to the upside on June 21st, and then we start coming in to where we are now, and I could keep going if you would like me to, but the point of the story is there are gains. Then we found USTC. We started trading that last week, and we took that for 500% gains in total, but we were on and off trading it for 60, 80, 100. That was one of the biggest gainers. Rosin hit for 61 and more, and now we're kind of where we are today. So throughout this period, look at all the gains we've made. So don't let anybody tell you there aren't gains to be made. In a bear market, it's complete hogwash. That's just someone who can't see opportunity, someone who cannot see what's in front of their face. There's opportunity all the time in your life. You just have to be open to see it. I love you all. Thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see my live stream, it's from Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I can't wait to see you there. CryptoLifer, over and out. Crypto is life. Thank you guys for sitting through all that nonsense. I appreciate that. No, but that's true. I've never done that, but that's important to see. Even for me, I was just repeating to myself, there's money to be made in these bear markets. And look, I wasn't even done scrolling. There was so much more scrolling to do. How crazy is that? This is insanity. Anyway, and here we are today where we hit XNM. Earlier, we put this out at 1150, and it did hit for 19 off the 618. And you could just see how this isn't bullhouse. This is real stuff, Yeah. No courses this week, so yes, next Tuesday. Yeah, we took off my wife made me take off the whole week for courses. Even though I would have made, I was like, damn, we would have made good money, things were going, and she's like, you got to take time off for the family. I don't want you running around, and I'm like, yeah, but I really don't, she has to force me to take time off. I beg for her not to, and she has to tell me, listen, lifer, you need some time, and I want you. She's like, I want you. I don't want everyone to have you this week. I want you. I want to have you. So, yes, I'm not teaching class this week. Wifey has canceled my classes and made me not work as much as I want to work. Let's take a look at EM81. So this is the bigger idea here for Bitcoin. Can we bounce on the weekly? back above the 200. That's usually where we bottom. Bottom has been a bottom many, many times before in the last 10 years. Okay. Thank you for confirming beginner's course schedule. Yes, beginner's course, next course, July 12th, Tuesday at 3 p.m. Learn the language of the charts, 2 hours that are life-changing. Email crypto lifers and pay with crypto. Hope you have an amazing 4th, Sam. I'll be watching you tomorrow instead of going out. Way more important for future. Wow, Palmetto Nick, man. Futures are open, gold and silver. Let's take a look at ES1, E-mini futures. So if we take a look, the Stokes are pushing down on the 1 hour time frame. So that's bearish right now for the E-mini futures, and they've been crushed by this resistance. As you can see, they got up to this resistance point and they're done now. Let's take a look here. So this is these are E-mini futures, which we've been very correlated to. I hope we begin to decouple, but we've been very correlated. I believe once Bitcoin finds a bottom, we will decouple. But we will see. There's a lot of monetary issues going on here. So look, we were talking about this level because resistance. We don't want to break that level. We did bounce at 36.2, right? 32. And then honestly enough, I feel like we made this flag, broke out, and then we're making another flag. Try to combine both flags, I get it. Kind of in a bearish broadening wedge though, you know. So can we break to the upside here? What's going on with the E-mini futures? We're bouncing off 370.33, 37.33. All right. We're making a flag. The daily is bearish technically. Bitcoin's down here on the daily. So I hope this dumps and Bitcoin, you know, there's a chance we do decouple, but there's no guarantees, and I'm not going to claim that right now. All right. However, we are high on the 4 hour, but Bitcoin's lower on the 4 hour. And actually, no, Bitcoin is just approaching the line. This is front running Bitcoin a little bit, and it's getting rejected, suggesting that Bitcoin will also get rejected. So there's your rejection. And look, I mean, you're at the top of your channel, you're coming down here. And you must bounce there back to the upside, make an inverted head and shoulder or something. But it is looking like we're getting a dump on the E-mini futures on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the resistance. So yeah, I'd be calling for a downside also for Bitcoin, you know, until they decouple. So now when you take a look at Bitcoin, you must kind of project a similar idea here. And yes, you're getting red. You see that? And there's your rejection. Of course, see? Once you break back into this pattern, you're back in the pattern too, right? 50-minute is desperately trying to make a bounce here to the upside and decouple and make this cup and handle real. Am I bullish? 4 hours got momentum. 1 hour could still flip here. 15-minute and the 7-minute are pinned. I mean, if I trade Levy, definitely going to see a bounce here a little bit to the upside, in my opinion. Inverted head and shoulder, possibly way to scrape out of this, but at least to the top of the pattern. Back to resistance and get rejected. Because look, bounce, 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 and you'll hit that. And that'd be a perfect short at 19,240. You want a short resistance, you want a long support, okay? It sounds so simple, but most people don't know how to set up support and resistance. They don't know what the difference between the 7-minute or the 15-minute, what time frame should they use? Are they looking at this one? Where are they looking at? They don't really know what pattern they're looking at. They don't know what areas to watch, and they get kind of jumbled up in the sauce. So it sounds simple, but it's not. And most simple things aren't that simple because people make them more complex than they need to be. All right. Kristen, we'll be back to test 17,000 again soon. I don't say stuff like that, Kristen. I have no idea what's going to happen to Bitcoin. See, people like hearing themselves say they know where Bitcoin's going. I have no idea why. If I had a buck for every human being that liked to tell me where Bitcoin's going to go on this live stream or told someone else during the live. Kristen, we'll be back to 17 again. And shout out to Richard. I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm just saying, like, it's just not the lifer way, you know? Check out the Cypher B divergence on the weekly. It popped a green dot. Looks like December 2017. Whatever, man. I'm not going to pop out Cypher B divergence, man. I love you, though. Thank you, Jesus. Love you, lifers. Shout out to Zero Allegiance, man. Thank you for being here. Time and NMR. We went over NMR like 7 times, man. Why do we have to go over it again? You know? I guess I said when that guy sent a super chat, right? I felt good about it, but I was like, dude. To me, NMR is just like kind of sideways right now. It did a pop off the fib. It's low. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yeah, 1 hour needs to come down, and we talked about this. Likely it's going to come and touch down here possibly, or stay sideways. Looking for it to stay above the 706. If not, I'd be expecting it to bounce off of 1524, touching the 200-day moving average. Okay, let's get to time. This thing got smashed, right? Interesting. I thought we might get a pop there. Never happened. Why? We were low on the stochastics. No, we really weren't, though. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, you're overbought on the 4 hour, too. I must have been trying to scalp in the 15. Yeah, just a quick scalp in the 15. We were low on this. That's all. And you know when you're scalping in the 15 minute and the 4 hours high that you're taking a huge risk. I just want to make that really clear. I don't think I ever posted it anyway. I may have, but I don't think so. So we want this exact area here, these wicks. Alt F is going to be your Fibonacci tool. And I mean, you're in the golden pocket right now, just like you were last night and a lot of other things. You do have room to come down on the 1 hour. 15 minute has momentum. 4 hours ready to rock, though. And this is exactly how we played like 4 different coins that all did 15 to 20 to 30% gains, depending. And again, I'm not guaranteeing anything, but it looks just like the last ones we played. So, again, thoughts up on a balcony. I don't like when the 1 hour is too high. I like that to come down. It's looping, though. And the 15 minutes a little too saucy, too. I like them when they're down here, personally. 4 hours in your favor, so you'd have to assess it yourself, see how you like it, see if it makes sense to you on this July 4th Eve. But there's possibly 74% gains coming, maybe even just smaller gains to the resistance, like 35 or something. But again, nothing I do and say should be taken as financial advice. And, you know, I have no clue where it's going to go. I'm just looking at the probabilities. Whenever I've seen the 618, I've seen some big bounces to the upside. So, something you just may want to check out on your radar. All right, time. Golden pocket. It's in the golden pocket. Doesn't mean it's going to bounce. Doesn't mean it has to happen. But the time is, how many golden pockets have you played in your life? You want to know. You want to start keeping a track. You know, well, I've traded 50, 100. How many times, you know, in your mind, you want to know how. In my mind, I think I've traded them at least 400 or 500 times. Something crazy. You know, when I've seen a golden pocket and it's played out, you know. So time, huh? Okay. Let me see if I see anything juicy on my own here. Give my brain some time. This is so high risk, but it's at, you know, it's attempting to double bottom on the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Very high risk though. I personally would never trade it. Too high risk for me, but there's a chance it does pop though, based on this idea. Only thing with like a low 4 hour in a while, you know. I think this is going to be a project that's going to be here long term, and it's starting to make a bull, you know, and this is kind of when I see bottoms. So this tells me we may be finding a bottom for this coin. All right. And we may be bottoming. When you start seeing more and more bottoms, and then you'll get a cup and handle here, and then you're gone, right? So interesting. That's the first real big bull I've seen in a while. That's what you want to start seeing, you know. That's when you start to bottom, when things just start to bowl out. They got to keep the bowl, but like, you know. Cello dollar, what the? I don't want to touch that. It looks weird. So we talked about this cup and handle breaking out. It gave a little bit of a move here. TWT. 20%, and now it's holding this, just like kind of Bitcoin is. See, like, it's a descending triangle technically, but pointing up to on the 4 hour with momentum. 1 hour trying to flip like Bitcoin. 15. The moves have started, and they don't have much of they don't have a lot of liquidity, you know. I really like that GMT short. It's like looking the best. Talked about this dot short. It did play out. Look at that. I mean, this kind of looks like the GMT short in a way. It's about an ascending triangle kind of. No one will give you the patterns like this, man. Come on. No one will project the way we do, the way the lifers do. Rock that, baby. Rock that. Let that bump, baby. Let that bump. Don't fall asleep on me now. It's only 10 o'clock, baby. We got to go all the way to 4 a.m. till the sun comes out, baby. You know when you rock it with the lifer, you going all night long, baby. We don't stop until it pop. And you're just hanging out with me. This is what I do. I'm just sitting here doing what I does. Moving at the speed of light. I keep this music pumping and I'm just flying through the charts all night long, alone in my war room. Ayo. We talked about render moving to the upside. Barely made any gains, but at least it did pump. This is interesting. Shout out to David Kendall putting on the radar. Getting tight for the 50-minute scalp peasy. One hour's a little sketch, but it is holding a supportive resistance bar, shoulder, head, and shoulder possibly there. 4 hours a little tough for me too. high-risk trade based on these assumptions. Daily's also kind of doing something funky. Still get a pump. I mean, I see what's going on there. And there's that small pattern that everything's in that kind of Bitcoin is transcending. See? Life is so beautiful. Life is so amazing. Put your thumbs up right now in the comment section if you love your life, if you're so happy with the way things are going, if you know you're on your journey, if you know you're on your way, if you know things are going to get better or things are the best they've ever been. Put a thumbs up in the comment section below. And if things aren't the best, put a thumbs up if you know they're going to change. Put a thumbs up if you're doing things to make that change. Put a thumbs up if you're drinking the lemon water. You're getting away from the drugs and alcohol. You're working out every day. You're sweating out the toxins. You're taking care of yourself. And if you got hurt, something happened to you, or you had a hard time working out, you're at least connecting to God, doing what you can for the people around you. All right? And you're living your best possible spiritual, mental, and financial life out there. Shout out, or you're on your way. Either you're setting goals or you're on your way to those goals. Either you're writing down goals or you're planning goals, or you're on your way to inside of those goals, or you've accomplished the goal and you're writing down a new one. Something is coming your way. Something good is on the way. You are about to change your life in a huge way. Things are happening for you. Every single day of your life, there's opportunity. Every single day of your life, there's opportunity. I know it. I can see it. I can breathe it. I can feel it. I'm telling you right now, never close your eyes to opportunity because it's all around you at any given moment in time. I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. We're going to jump into Bitcoin one more time, and then we're signing out for the night. Render is the last thing I'm looking at. High risk overbought for Render. 15-minute scalp. Render. What do you render there, sir? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here on July 4th Eve. On our way to July 4th tomorrow. Be with your family. Have fun. Take advantage of the day. Have a blast. I'm telling you right now. Great things are coming to your life, man. Even if it's not the best, make it great. Go along for the ride. Hey, man, I made it the best when it wasn't for years. Always thank God for everything I had. Always believed that good things were coming. And always knew that the light was right around the corner, even when there was darkness all around me. Shout out to each and every one of you. Never give up. Always believe that the greatest things are coming into your life. Always believe that you can change your current position and that anything can happen. Always believe, baby. Always believe. Because at your last leg, your belief will be the last thing that gets you out and possibly moves you to the upside. All right. Sammy Cupheady to the upside. Shout out to each and every one of you. I love you all. Thank you for being here. What an amazing live stream. I felt the energy. I felt the love. You people brought the pain. You brought the pain. You people brought the love. 353 likes. 326 people on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. $53 in stream revenue. I greatly appreciate it. Even on a slow July 3rd night. Thank you so much, each and every one of you. Go be with your families. Enough listening to me and my spiels. Let's take a look at Bitcoin and we'll jump out of here for the night. But I will be here every single day. It does not matter Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving, Halloween. I will be here every single day doing what I love to do. Going over Bitcoin, breaking it down, looking for alts, finding gains, and looking for opportunity at all times in the markets. So we hope that 50-minute would get a bounce, and we talked about it. Did we get the bounce on the fitting? So far, we're getting it. Just as suggested, we're getting it, baby. We're getting it. We're getting it. And look at this. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Hidden bullish divergence there on the 15. Suggests that we will make a higher high, higher than the previous high. Go 15, go. Want to see this 15-minute plow ahead and get to this higher high at 19,700. If we get rejected here, look for an M pattern and a double top to the downside. So big deal on the 15-minute when we get to 19,650 if we get that lucky. So that's what you're looking at for Bitcoin in the 15-minute. Once it rolls over on the stochastics and you don't get above that zone or this high, I would be looking for a short or at least another sideways move and not a bullish move to the upside. So stay tuned for more. I'll keep you updated. My name is Samuel James Price. I am the Crypto Lifer, and I've dedicated my entire life to crypto. I put every single ounce of energy, every single ounce of time, every single thing that I had. I'm 100% committed, 115,000% committed. And yeah, and then I think the chat revenue just went to 100. I don't know what just happened. Hold up. Chat revenue just exploded out of nowhere. Crypto Rambler for the $50 super chat. What is that? Unbelievable. You just made it a hundo. Thank you for the 100, man. Unreal. $103.01. Unbelievable. Bottom feeder. You're funny. Shout out to Gina Bombina. Thanks for coming in, lifers. Great live tonight. Thank you, man. Once in a while, you get shown the lightning in the strangest of places if you look right. GD. Love you, Sammy. You got good, man, wifer. Weekly candle close. Amen, brother. Praise the crypto. No, don't be doing that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Blessed and highly favored. Shout out to David Kendall in the game. Even if you're not the best, that's life. Thank you so much for the super chats, everybody. Someone said check Jupe real quick. We'll take a look at that when we're out of here. Usually something juicy is happening when someone tells me to do that, but you never know. We'll take a look. Jupe's still in that little flag, just doing its thing. That's all. Just still staying in the flag like it's supposed to. Playing its role. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I'm super excited for my next live stream tomorrow. And, yeah. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when we post our next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you are already doing the right thing, baby. You can, you will, you are. You're going to change your life. You're going to do the greatest things. And if you're doing it right now, just keep doing it. You're awesome. I love you all. Have a great day. Have a great night. Be safe no matter where you are in the world. Be a lifer, stay a lifer, and live the way of the lifer. Wherever you want. Right here is best, right? We can like.
I'm busy.
Okay, yeah, I'll do here.
You don't need me for this lane. Just
No, I need 5 minutes though. I can't like. You give no clue like.